Hey, so you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or you're questioning yourself, is this really for you? I'm going to share some things with you that is going to get you past the doubt, the unbelief on whether you can do it or not. And then at the same time, you will know by the end of this video if this is something that you can do. Is it attainable? And can you really make money from YouTube? And is it going to be something that can sustain you along your journey or help pay the bills that you may have racked up over these last few years or months? First thing I want to mention is you see everyone, with a ton of subscribers. You hear that there's these good stories and everyone is, making money. Is this real? Is it serious? And I'm going to tell you right now, people are making money on YouTube from YouTube Shorts, as well as ads placed on their long form content. I am not rich, but I have been making a decent amount on YouTube. Am I where I want to be? No. But what I will tell you is that you've heard it said before about consistency. That is key. If I said one thing on this whole video, it will be consistency, and then I would turn it off and walk away. That's the first thing you have to have no matter what subject, genre, niche, whatever you are posting, uploading, creating shorts about, you have to have a consistent schedule. It's kind of like, practicing how to ride a bike or drive. You don't just go practice one day on how to drive and then you're driving for the rest of your life. No, you probably had to drive and practice maybe about at least 5, 6 to 8 times, and then you knew how to do it. Same thing with riding a bike. You may have fell off about 4 or 5 times, but after your 10th try, oh, you had this down like a science, right? Or anything else you can think of. For me, maybe it was writing lyrics or making beats. After I made my 8th or 9th, beat, I realized, okay, this is garbage. These are fire. You start to learn what works for you, what doesn't work. Everyone wants to know, what should I make my channel about? And that's the beauty of it all, because you can actually have more than one channel, but you want to spend a lot of your time and resources, in one channel to begin with, so that you can see what's working for that channel. Now, I will tell you, you do want to be passionate about what you're creating, because there's nothing like creating content because you were just trying to get the likes, shares, comments, and the money coming in so you can quit your day job. That shouldn't be the whole focus. That may have something to do with why you're doing it. I understand that, but you want to make sure, if you're treating YouTube as a part-time while you're working on your full-time job, love what you do and make sure that you're scheduling it in the time that you can do it. One of the things you will come up against is if you have family, if you have kids, if you have other things that are requiring your time, you're going to have to make time for YouTube to come up with the ideas, to come up with the videos. If you want to fast track your way to 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, the quickest thing would be to create videos about trending topics that are in the news, on the radio, on TikTok. That's going to fast track your way. Now, I don't know if you're going to be doing, comedy, if you're going to be how to DIY, if it's storytelling, if it's video creation or editing, photography, fashion, cooking, so you would have to choose, what you want your videos to be about. And then once you find that, okay, out of what I've chose that I want to focus on, what in that arena is trending? What about cooking is trending right now on the news, on social media? You can also go to googletrends.com and it'll tell you what's trending. You can also search a few different topics at the same time, and it's going to tell you out of those 5 that you put in, which one is trending the most. So you can actually help yourself out by not just picking one title and say, I'm going to do a video on that. Say, I'm going to do a video on this, 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 and then you can hit compare on googletrends.com and it will tell you which one out of all of those is more popular, so that you will know right off the bat you're going to get more views if you create this video versus the other ones. One of the other things is you do not have to have a top of the line camera. I want to save someone some time right now. You can have everything as far as fancy, whatever. I'm not going to go down the list. iMac, what do you call it? You know, anything you can think of, you know, setup, and that does create a good aesthetic. It is eye-pleasing. But I have about 4 or 5 channels that I watch, and they don't have none of that. But it's because of what's coming out of their mouth and the content that they're delivering and the consistency of it, and their channel has went through the roof. So I'm just gonna leave that where it's at. And like I said, it has to have a passion behind it, but not just a passion. That passion means you could wake up every day doing that. You could eat, sleep, drink what you're delivering, what you're making the content about. After a while, you will have burnout. You will feel like, okay, you know what, this is a lot of editing. You know, I had, you know, like some carpal tunnel trying to set in a while ago, and I prayed against that. And I said, in the name of Jesus, because I was editing fast. I was doing all kind of stuff, and I could crank out videos, you know, and then I realized, oh man, my hand was numbing up. And so you'll find that, you know what, do you want to edit all of your videos, or do you want to outsource them? If you're going to outsource something on Fiverr, there's going to be a limit. You'll find that they can do it for $5, $20, $30, $50, all the way to $150 to edit your videos. So all that you can do is focus on recording, but then you'll hit some limitations that they will give to you, such as the file size that you send to them can only be no more than, you know, 2 gigs, you know, or they will only edit 10 minutes of video, or 7 or 5 minutes of video. And you know, when you create the raw footage itself is probably about 14 minutes of video, and they're saying that they can only do a certain amount because, hey, let's be honest, it takes some time to chop that down to a 4-minute YouTube video. So you'll come up against that, and you'll realize, you know what, you need to create your own templates as you make videos yourself. So as you begin to be consistent making your first video, your second, all the way up until your 10th video, you will start to find shortcuts and realize, okay, let me save this in a folder. Let me save that in a folder. Let me begin to have templates on my thumbnails. So now, instead of creating a thumbnail for every single video, you will have templates to where you can go back to that template, take this off, take that off, change the title, change the name, insert a new picture, right? And this will help you speed up the process. But if you never start, and not just start, if you don't keep going past this hump that you're probably going to run into, past this stumbling block, you have to keep going so that when you get there, when you get burnout, you know that, okay, you know, I can keep going. One thing that I've seen, and I know about 8 people, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not at 1 million followers, but you came across this video and you're saying, man, let me just watch what he's saying, because, you know, he at least has a follower account that I don't have yet. You know, maybe you have 10 followers, 20, 30, maybe you have 100, and you know, I'm on my way to 20K. I'm on my way to 20K, and I'm not there yet, but I know it's going to happen next year. And so once I get to 20K, I'm going to be shooting, obviously, for 50K. And so I want to make sure that you know it's going to be not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be something that you're going to have to push through and ask yourself, do I really want this? How bad, you know, do I, you know, want to be successful in this? Is this something that I can do day and night, and can I pull it off? You do eventually want to get lights. You do eventually want to get a nice camera. You do want to find your editing software, whether it's Final Cut Pro or iMovie. But at the end of the day, you want to make your editing as easy as possible. You do want to have, motion graphics in the video, but now you don't want to have too much of that because people are wanting to watch something that's genuine. And the more motion graphics you have in the video, they feel like, okay, this is someone who's trying to, speed talk me. I'll have more tips coming up later on some things that you can do that will help you grow your YouTube channel. This is just part one. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can do some videos on that, on things that can help you out. All right, I will talk to you guys later.